All right, so I'm going to just talk through some of the tricky bits of this etude. We are going to start from measure 28 because that's kind of where the sequence starts. So remember, a sequence is a pattern, and in this case, a lot of the sequence is requiring you to shift or to move to a different note with your pinky. So it'll be really important that you really keep in mind, first off, which note you're trying to move to. So first off, in 28, we're in first position here on the G. Remember, the B flat is extension 1. And now you have to shift to an E flat here. So while some people might be able to stretch, I highly recommend you actually move your hand to the E flat and don't stretch, because then it'll set you up for the next 4 notes. So you're on the E flat, and you just come over with your 3 and your G should be right there. Now you just add your 4, no stretch, because that's A flat. Stay in that same position, no stretching, and if you bring your 1 over, your C is going to be right there. So A flat. Reach over is C. And again, you're putting your 4 down for the E flat, which in this whole time, you should still be in the same position. Now after this, you're going to shift. So your 4th finger is now going to be on an A. Not your open A, but your fingered A. But it's a great way to check that you've moved to the right spot is you play your 4th finger A, and you check with your open A, and that way you'll know you're in the right spot. So after you've shifted to this A, you're not stretching yet. You're going to do an A, G sharp A. Now with the C natural, it's going to be a little bit of an extension. So I can feel a little bit of an extension reaching back with my 1 in order to play that C natural. But here's the tricky bit. After you reach back for the 1 here, you're going to have to move up a little bit higher now. You're shifting up higher for the F natural. Reach back. Now move to an F natural. And then reach over, or you're skipping over for the A. So in the beginning of this measure, you started the A with a 4. At the end of the measure, your same note A is now with a 3. So you've moved up a little bit. So this is where I encourage, when you're reaching back for the C natural, you truly are just stretching and you're not hopping. You're not hopping, because then you're going to have to hop again for that F, and it may feel like a really big shift. But if you really think about it, it's actually not that big of a movement, and it will definitely help if you just make sure you're extending for that C natural, and then you're moving a little bit higher for the F. So I'm going to show that measure again. You're starting with your 4th finger on the D string, A. Extend 1 for the C natural. Hop up now just a little bit higher for the F. So when my 4th finger is on the F, my 1st finger is actually on the D now with no extension. So F. Crossover with a 3, and your A should be right there. Now in the following measure, 31, you're staying there. B flat is right there. It's a half step above the A, so no stretch. 4, 3, 4, B flat, A, B flat. And like I said earlier, your 1 should already be there for the D. So you're just kind of crossing over and your 1 should be there. And again, 4th finger on the F. And then 32, you're crossing back over for B flat. And then the end of 32, you're moving back to 1st position on that G. Just don't forget this extension 1 on the B flat. So those are some helpful hints on the tricky measures starting from measure 28 and going all the way to 32. I hope this helps. Good luck.